Kajsa and I are here today to share with you a Vinyasa Pyramid, and this is going to be a series of vinyasas building from a really gentle version of connecting to the breath all the way up through Surya Namaskar B and then back down to a gentle and sweet Shavasana. So we're starting in a cross-legged seat, Sukhasana, or in Siddhasana, and I have myself up on a little bit of support. If at any time you're coming into a shape like this, a cross-legged shape, and you feel like you're rounding into your low back, you're going to use some support under the hips to lift up the spine. Okay. So when you feel like you're all settled, you'll set your hands on the legs so that the shoulders are right over the elbows and you're able to relax through the neck. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, and then we'll start to connect with our breath. As you inhale, feel the lift of the chest. As you exhale, soften the shoulders down. We'll take that again. As you inhale, see if you can find a little bit more lift at the top of the chest, at the sternum. And then as you exhale, notice how the belly starts to draw in when the breath is released. We're going to move a little more dramatically. Inhale, lift the chest, start to arch into the back. And then exhale, as you release the breath, start to pull the navel back to the spine, rounding into the low back. Inhale, feel length through the front body. Exhale, feel length through the back body. Switch the cross of your legs, and we'll take that 3 more times on the second side. Moving a little bit more dynamically. As you inhale, feel the lift of the chest and then really arch into the back. Then as you exhale, round in, contracting through the belly, starting to pull yourself into a sort of cat shape here. Inhale, lift and lengthen the front body, and then exhale, lengthen into the back body. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Return to center, finding that space between the lengthening of the front body and the back body. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let the breath settle. And then we'll really start to move, bringing ourselves onto hands and knees, setting up so that the hands are shoulders distance apart, the wrist creases are parallel to the top of the mat. The knees are right under the hips and you're pressing down with the tops of the feet. So we're going to take that same movement into our cat and cow. As you inhale, lift the head and the hips, finding the length of the front body. And then as you exhale, round into the back body, drawing the belly in, dropping the head down. Inhale to lengthen the front body without collapsing through the low back. And then exhale, reverse into your cat pose. Feel lots of rounding in the upper back. One more time, inhale, lengthen into your cow pose, Bidhalasana, and then exhale, lengthen into your cat pose, Marjariyasana. And then return to center, bring the big toes together, widen the knees, and shift your hips back towards your heels, coming into Balasana, child's pose, reaching the arms forward, letting this be a nice dynamic child's pose. Plant down with all 10 fingers, pressing down at the base of the index finger in particular. And then we'll firm the outer arms in, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back into our first downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a full round of breath here, lifting the hips up and back. And then exhale, lower the knees back down, coming into your Balasana. Keep the arms active, the hands reaching forward, the hips reaching back. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to stay in downward facing dog here, start to move into the lower legs. So inhale, stay on the balls of both feet, and then as you exhale, press the right heel down. Inhale, come up onto the balls of the feet again, and then exhale, press the left heel down. Keep drawing the belly in as you inhale, lift back onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, drop the right heel down. One more time, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, left heel comes down. Come back to center, take a full round of breath here. And then take your gaze forward, gently bring your feet to your hands, walking, stepping, or jumping. You can always lower the knees to step forward. Inhale right into your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in, Uttanasana. With a flat back, inhale, lift all the way up, arms are reaching out to the sides and up. Exhale, hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun. Inhale, arms reach up, lots of length through the side waist. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in, Uttanasana. Inhale with a flat back, lift all the way back up, fingertips are reaching towards the ceiling. Hands come back to heart center, Tadasana, mountain pose. Take that again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the sternum forward. Exhale, fold back in, let the head be heavy. Inhale, lift all the way back up, fingertips reach up, palms face one another. Hands come together at heart center, Tadasana. One more time, inhale, arms reach up, finding lots of energy. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pull the sternum forward. Exhale, fold in, Uttanasana. Inhale lifts you all the way back up. Hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Moving on, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot to the back of your mat, lower the knee down and untuck the toes. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, release the hands back down, curl the back toes under, straighten into the back leg. Inhale to gather your energy, exhale, step back to the head of the mat. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your right foot back, lower the knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale to lift the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Curl the back toes under, straighten into the back leg. Inhale to gather your energy. Exhale, step back to the head of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Hands come to heart center. We'll take a modified version of Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A, our Vinyasa. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. We're going to stay in plank, but lower the knees down to modified plank. Take an inhale here. Elbows will be tight by your sides. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. With your hands by your low ribs, plant down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift head, neck, and chest up, low cobra. And then exhale, lower the forehead down. Anchor the knees down, pin the elbows to the midline, and then lift your head slightly. Press yourself to plank on the knees. Then curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to press the hands down and forward. Exhale to push the hips up and back. Inhale to draw the belly towards the midline. Exhale to soften through the face. One more inhale here. And then at the end of your exhale, take your gaze forward, gently bring your feet to your hands, walking, stepping, or floating. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Hands come back to heart center. So moving on to a variation of Surya Namaskar C. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step the left foot to the back of your mat, and then hover the hands off the mat. Take an inhale here, exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale for length, stay the exhale. And then inhale the left leg up, Pull the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands, help it forward as you need to. Take an inhale, hover the hands off the mat. Exhale, release the hands down. We'll step to the head of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Hands come to heart center. Taking that on the other side, inhale, reach the arms up, lots of length here. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, hover the hands off the mat. Exhale, release the hands, step back to your downward facing dog. Take a full inhale here, stay the exhale. And then inhale, lift the right leg up, the inner thigh spins up. Pull the knee into the chest, step the foot between the hands, help it forward as you need to. Inhale to hover the hands off the mat. Exhale, release the hands down. We're stepping forward, bring the foot to the head of the mat. Inhale right into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Hands come to heart center. Tadasana. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. This time, take it from the feet or from the knees. Take an inhale to pull the sternum forward. Exhale, lower partway down and then all the way down. Untuck the toes if they're tucked. Hands are by the low ribs. Inhale, lift head, neck, and chest up to low cobra. If you practice up dog and feel ready, you can plant down through the hands and the tops of the feet. Roll the shoulders back, draw the belly in. And then we'll all meet in down dog, either passing through a variation of plank, through child's pose, or lifting up and over both feet at the same time. When you arrive in down dog, finding length in the spine, finding stillness in the breath. The breath can start to catch when we start moving more quickly, so try to keep it smooth and steady. We'll take one more inhale here. Now gather your energy. We're going to come to the head of the mat. As you exhale, gaze comes forward. Bring your feet to your hands, walking, stepping, or floating. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Okay, one more Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, taking it from the feet or from the knees. Take an inhale for length, exhale, lower part way down, and then all the way down. Untuck the toes, inhale, lift head, neck, and chest up, coming to low cobra or maybe upward facing dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back, moving through your variation of plank or through child's pose. Hands are pressing down and forward, hips are lifting up and back, draw the belly in, feel lots of lightness through the hips, feel really grounded through the hands and the feet. Take one more full round of breath here, and then we'll lower the knees down, come to child's pose. Let the head be heavy. Take a full round of breath, opening up through the back body. As you exhale, let everything soften. In a moment, we're going to move through Surya Namaskar B. Surya Namaskar B has multiple vinyasas. At any time, you can skip the vinyasas and step straight into downward facing dog or even to child's pose. We'll take another full round of breath in child's pose, just watching how the breath begins to settle. And then we'll reach the arms forward, curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back, coming to your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then take your gaze forward, gently bring your feet to your hands, walking, stepping, or floating. Inhale right into your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Big toes are together, a little bit of space between the heels. Surya Namaskar B. Bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana, powerful pose. Exhale, hinge and fold, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step to down dog or come to plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway down, then all the way down. Make your way into low cobra or upward facing dog, and then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Then step the right foot forward. Pivot and plant the back heel down. Inhale, lift up, warrior one. Exhale, release the hands down to frame the front foot. Come to the ball of the back foot, either down dog or step to plank, moving through chaturanga down to the ground. We'll come through low cobra or up dog, and then we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Now step the left foot forward, pivot and plant the back heel down. Inhale, lifts you up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, release the hands down to frame the front foot. Come to the ball of the back foot, either down dog or back to plank and through your vinyasa. Lowering down, coming through either low cobra or up dog. And then we meet in downward facing dog or in child's pose. Notice how the breath really starts to travel when you take your Surya Namaskar B. It's a good time to settle into a child's pose, or maybe a very bent knee downward facing dog, so you can come back to a smooth and steady inhale and exhale. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Let the breath move smoothly through the nose. See if you can find some softness on the exhales. And then reach the arms forward if you're in child's pose. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back. Come to your downward facing dog. Full round of breath here. Decide how you would like to bring your feet to your hands. Walk, step, or float. We'll meet at the head of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And then hands come to heart center, Tadasana. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back. We'll lower the back knee down. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, release the hands down, curl the back toes under, straighten into the back leg. We'll step back to the head of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's go right to the other side. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, lower the knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, release the hands down, curl the toes under, lift the back knee. We'll step back to the head of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Hands return to heart center. We'll take one Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way back up. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to your downward facing dog, and when you reach down dog, you'll bend the knees, coming to hands and knees. Cat and cow, inhale to lengthen the front body, lifting the head and the hips. Exhale, reverse into your cat pose, lifting into the back body, dropping the head down. One more time, inhale to your cow pose, and then exhale into your cat. And then return to center. We're going to make our way onto our backs, so you can either swing the legs around or you can roll over your ankles to come onto your back. And when you arrive on your back, bend the knees and plant the feet. Heel toe the feet a little bit wider than hips distance, and you can bring your arms out to the side. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, drop your knees to the left. Inhale, return to center, and then exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale lifts you up. The exhale drops the knees off to the side. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, release the knees down. We'll take that 2 more times, letting the breath slow down. So inhale slowly, Exhale slowly. Inhale, find center. Exhale, drop the knees to the side. One more time, inhale, moving even a little more slowly. Exhale, drop the knees off to the side. Last one, inhale lifts you up. Exhale, drop the knees off to the side. Come back to center, take a full round of breath in center. You can heel toe the feet back so they're hips distance. You can bring your hands down by your sides for a moment or maybe even to your belly. Notice how as you inhale, you feel the lift of the belly. As you exhale, everything softens. Taking that again, nice inhale to lengthen the front body. Full exhale to lengthen the back body. And then we'll make our way into Shavasana. You can keep the knees bent and knock them together or straighten the legs out. The hands can still rest on the front body, or you can bring the arms out to the sides with the palms face up. On your next inhale, feel the crown of the head lifting towards the wall behind you. As you exhale, allow the shoulders to soften. Inhale again. Notice if you're carrying any tension in the space between the eyebrows. As you exhale, soften that space. Release the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Inhale again, feeling broad through the ribs. Exhale, feeling soft through the back body. Allow yourself 2 more full rounds of breath here, letting the body come to a place of quiet. And then if you're able to stay in this resting shape longer, please do. But if you're ready to move on, you'll bend the knees and plant the feet. Gently roll off to your right side. Give yourself a full round of breath there to transition back into dynamic movement. Then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Arriving there, hands come to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, feel the lift of the chest. As you exhale, lower the chin. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with us. Namaste.